David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline.
Here we go.
He'll be the Nets off the tip. So the New York starting five. They've got Chris Middleton. Michael Jordan is out there with Flash. Then it's Big Smooth. And it's Okiki in at the four-man position. Here's Park. It's good. Early on here, Greg, we already see some second-year players looking much improved over their rookie seasons.
Yeah, and if you put in the work, you're not guessing as much. You're comfortable now with the speed and physicality of the game. And I know I cut way back on my turnovers at the start of my second year.
Here is Harden. Pass to Claxton. Back to Harden. With the drive, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And inside Harden is such a difficult cover. Get too close, and you know he'll cleverly draw a foul.
Jordan up top, covered by Lyons. A nice shot by Jordan.
Well, this gives you some confidence when you drop 3 straight to start the game.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Passes it to Claxton. Harden outside. Drills the three-pointer. Harden's got his second bucket of the night.
So lethal from beyond the perimeter. Harden is smart at recognizing when he should shoot from there.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Harden left side. The teardrop falls in. Harden's got 7 points.
And Harden proving why he's an elite ball handler, absolutely cutting the D to pieces with his move.
And that was a heat check right there. First miss of the night, but still shooting 80% as a team. A lot of enthusiasm to the start of this game. So far, a perfect 4 for 4.
Here's Flash, following the bucket by the Nets. Park, that's good. 8 points for him.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's Harden. 7 points in the game. Bounce pass from Durant. And the Nets, another 3.
When it comes to surveying the floor, Durant's height is a major asset.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks a lot. I caught up with head coach Steve Nash. We talked about how Chris Middleton is still overlooked in terms of the impact he can have on the game. Coach said, you look up at the end of the night, and he always gets his numbers. He may not be flashy about it, but you have to game plan for it. So Middleton won't catch them off guard tonight. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Some changes for Brooklyn. Hood checked in for Lyles. Edwards comes in for Kevin Durant. And Thomas subbed in for James Harden. And then for New York, Tillman, he's checked in for Big Smooth. Bogdanovich comes in for Chris Middleton. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Flash.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
And it's Jordan with the jam.
Yeah, the explosive doesn't even begin to describe it. Jordan simply flying.
1:31 left to play here in the first. Got a piece of it, and he recovers it. Thomas up top. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Lined up there for Bogdanovich. Breaking down some numbers here. The hustle stats for New York.
Their aggressiveness on D has been the most glaring aspect of this game so far. They have the heat turned all the way up in this first half.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnovers. And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Stop the run. And
뭐야.
Strong move
to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
And so it's New York with it, following the bucket by the Nets. Jordan, it's hauled in by Claxton.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
Outside Thomas. Outside Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. Thomas, no good. And here's Bogdanovich. Lets it go from deep. And again, New York with the triple.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Up in time. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's New York holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Winning the turnover battle here early on, and you see that reflected in the score.
We've got Thomas. Edwards is out there with Hood. Then there's Harris. And it's Claxton in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Harris outside. From 12 feet out, Tillman grabs the miss. New York leading by 11. There's the triple. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. And so Thomas will bring it up for Brooklyn. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Brooklyn Nets are creating a fresh legacy. Kevin Durant says it's new energy. One of the first teams in Nets history where fans are expecting good things. The basketball culture is deep in Brooklyn, and they're looking for a team to latch on to. Well, guys, it looks like they found a good one.
I agree, David. Thanks. Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Lyles checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kevin Durant comes in for Edwards. And it's James Harden in for Thomas. Here's Park. By Hood. Park passes to Milton. And he drops that one in. Milton's got the lead up to 13 now for New York.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off a quick pass.
You know, he's still slender, but KD's gotten a lot stronger. You have to wrap him up early. You can't let him get the shot off.
John Wall's checked in for Shake Milton. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And at the line, 1 time.
That free throw good from Durant. You know a thing or two about being a floor general. It's no longer just a traditional guard role.
Not at all. Now there are point forwards, even point centers. And an offense doesn't have to run through the backcourt anymore. You look at guys like LeBron and Jokic, it's a different game.
Wow. Here's Kim, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Pass to Park. That's tipped. Knocked away. Here's Harden on the wing. Outside Hood. Here he goes. Lets the 3 fly. It'll go, and the New York Knicks get down to 11 on the bucket from Durant.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
To the inside. Park, that's good. Park's got 10 points in the game.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
13 feet away. Harden's shot is off.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Park, that's good. Parks got 4 this quarter.
And how about the read from John Wall? He knows the angles, sees the opportunity, and makes the right feed.
Harden bounce pass. That one's in there. The New York leaders get down to 13. Good bucket there from Durant. Durant's gone 3 for 4 here from the field. Out left to the wing. Here's Park. The dive for the ball. They shoot again. On the money with the open jumper. He's got 14.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
And the Nets decide to take their first time out here.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
Several teams changing it up here. Harden the pass to Claxton. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Jacks up a 3. Edwards can't hit. New York leading by 15. Inside. Okeke. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Okeke's got his first basket of the night. Harden kicks to KD. Drains the three-pointer.
One of the deadliest shooters in league history. KD especially on the catch and shoot.
Bogdanovich passes to Okeke. Outside for Jordan.
그럼
Back, but that 3 is on.
주당 3점.
So for New York, their last game a win against the Magic in Orlando. Rebound by Alexander Walker. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense is a smooth operator.
답을 그렇지.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
It's tipped.
뭐야?
He gets it up. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Newton. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, for New York, Kenny, what was your impression?
Their passing was clearly superior in the first half. They were playing a team game, not one-on-one basketball. Good player movement, good ball movement, and they have a healthy lead to show it.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
They've been struggling to get shots in general, but down low, they've been paper soft. Hate to say it. Giving up way too many easy looks.
With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. A fantastic game here from Big Smooth in this one.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very
눈깔이 착하겠더라니까요.
Everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And New York, looking at who they've got. You've got Big Smooth. Nice out there with Jordan. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Okeke in at the power forward position.
I find it really interesting to talk to KD about his origins. Since every memory he had growing up involved basketball. Skip prom and stuff like that. He was just focused on the game.
And there's the whistle. That goes on flat. That's his first foul. good. Got the friendly bounce on the right side of the rim. And that's 17 points for Kevin Durant. New York leading by 12. And Durant grew up in a tough environment. We all know that. Basketball, Greg, was the only way out.
As it has been for so many NBA players, you feel bad for guys with great talent who get derailed along the way. It takes so much hard work and discipline and luck just to have a chance at
Stolen by Harden.
Wash.
Fires the three. No good that time. And three from Jordan. Makes that one his sixth of the night.
이렇게 해야지. 마이클 조던이다
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
And the pass to Claxton. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Knocks down the three ball. He's got 10.
Beautiful ball movement. Drawing kick. The defense can't catch up.
Outside Jordan. And the dunk by Jordan.
It's just one of those nights where Jordan can do no wrong offensively. And let's talk about the endurance to go along with it. Wow.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
You have to make it harder for him to score. Deny the ball, even double, whatever it takes to force someone else to beat you.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Duncan Robinson comes in for Okeke, and it's Shake Milton in for Jordan.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Here's Thomas, and it's good for two. Thomas got his first points in this one.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
He takes it in. It's good.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Harden up top, defended by Milton. And it's wide open. He shoots. Good. Harden's got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Kim. It falls for the sixth time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Down low, Hood.
Away team foul. Chris Middleton. That's his second personal. Team second.
이거 왜 저래? 세 주둥이네.
The Nets shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
And the first one drops. All right, Greg, I'm going to put you on the spot. Who do you think right now has the best backcourt in the NBA?
Oh, my goodness. I mean, so many terrific backcourts to choose from. You know, Phoenix has got to be in that conversation with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. But I'll tell you what, with the Splash Brothers healthy and back at it, it's just hard to beat that combination.
Pass to Park. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Here's Thomas. Hood trying to break free. Thomas gets the bucket.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Passes to Kim. There's 1:17 left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Park. Outside Robinson. 6 to shoot. Now the pass to Kim. Over Edwards. Misses off the left eye. Nets trail by 15. Outside Thomas. Here's Harden on the wing. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Milton. And a fast break now for New York. Park, that's good. And that's now 18 points for Big Smooth.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assist.
Here's Harden. Good in the assist to Thomas.
This team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
Here's Park. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
New York shooting their first free throws of the game right now. So New York going with almost an entire new group. Tillman, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. Bogdan Bogdanovic comes in for Duncan Robinson. Jordan, he's checked in for Flash. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Shake Milton. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And that one's good. Durant.
When Kevin Durant is shooting this efficiently, it's lights out. Defense better make a change.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
First trip to the line for him here. First one falls for him. And New York making a change here. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. The Nets have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. The first one falls.
At the line, shooting for Brooklyn.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Jordan against Thomas. The shot's good from Jordan. Jordan's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And what you like there, Jordan never looks like he's rushing. Makes quick, solid decisions.
And so it's New York feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Thomas. Edwards is out there with Durant. And it's Claxton in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Edwards can't hit.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Okiki. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And loving the strategy. Even though you're well ahead, you want to stay in attack mode.
You want to stay aggressive, right at the rim, driving another nail into the coffin.
And, Steve, you played in a different era. Do you look a little differently at all the hugs and handshakes between opposing players these days?
No, not at all, Kevin. It's just totally different. These guys been knowing each other for a long time, you know, with youth basketball. I think the competition on the court, it speaks for itself, so I think our game is still in good hands.
James Harden, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
James Harden.
How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Here's Claxton. Harden outside. Clock at 6. Outside, KD. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got assist number 5 here tonight.
It is unreal how consistent Kevin Durant is from range. He'll go to the arc any chance he gets.
Jordan with the bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Jordan against Harden. Fires from 18. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
It looks so easy for KD to rise up and knock that down.
Here's Jordan. And yes, it's good. Jordan's got 4 this quarter.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Wiles checked in.
Coming up on the
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Jordan against Durant. Michael Jordan on the wing. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Kevin Durant.
And the defining trait of the greatest of superstars, Jordan makes the players around him better, mentally, in terms of effort, and in terms of their performance.
And New York making a change here. Wall's checked in. It's stolen by Wall. Here's Jordan. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got 3 assists now in this one. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for New York.
They've been playing such pesky defense. It's been very impressive, especially all the turnovers they've caused.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
This has been a tremendous quarter for him. Everything he puts up now looks like it's going in.
They get the rebound, and it's blocked by Jordan.
And one of the league's most effective shot blockers from that guard position. Jordan can do it and help defense or on the ball. They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Wall with the steal. The drive by Jordan and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Bogdanovich up top. New York moving the ball around. 5 on the clock. Here's Jordan. That one doesn't drop. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. They need this. Here's Wiles. Okeke grabs the miss.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
And that one's good.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for New York.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over. And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Jordan.
Throughout the night, he was their catalyst at the offensive end. Play after play was run through him with great success.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And then for New York, Higgins comes in for Okeke, and David Nwaba is subbed in for Bogdanovich.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Shots good by Mills.
Not the most natural ball handler. This is what Mills prefers to do. Catch and shoot.
And they double up Jordan over Harris. Was shot by Jordan, no good. And Brooklyn has possession. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Knocks it loose and stolen by Jordan. And there's the drive. And it's Jordan with the jam.
And the way Jordan attacks, the ferocity of his drives, does an exceptional job scoring after contact.
Now here's Mills. So no problem for New York as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? I don't don't care what the matchup is, you never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks with John Wall. John, it sure looks like the
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And we'll see you next time.